So another little interesting twist in the indemnification section of an M&A agreement is this idea behind what's called a materiality scrape or materiality readout. And what that does is it looks at the underlying representations that the indemnity, applies to. And it says, if there's a materiality qualifier in the reps, we're going to pretend that that materiality qualifier isn't there. I'll give you an example. There's a representation that said there's been no material labor and employment issue at the company. And that really helps the seller when they're preparing their disclosure schedules to say, you know what, we had a couple little issues, but nothing material. And they don't have to put it on the disclosure schedule. But when you get to the question of indemnification, the buyer doesn't want to be stuck with some hidden issue where the seller would say, well, it wasn't material and therefore we don't have to indemnify you. And let's face it, we might have a basket. It's likely we have a basket in the indemnification section anyway, that is a form of materiality. It's already setting a dollar threshold, below which there isn't a claim, but above which there is. And so we already kind of have a materiality concept. And in order to provide certainty to the buyer that they can actually bring a claim, we'll just read out materiality from the reps. Now, there's one other little twist here. There's two kinds of materiality scrapes. You can read out the words, the materiality qualifiers for purposes of determining whether or not there was a breach, or purely for determining the amount of damages that were suffered. Or sometimes you read it out for both purposes. And so there's a lot of nuance in the language in a materiality scrape that can significantly impact what the process for bringing an indemnification claim will be after the transaction closes.